Okay. Gonna continue working on the Stellan Gios lightsaber design that opens and closes and stuff. And yeah, it looks like all I had left to do was the emitter section and then that pyramid shaped thing on it. And we're gonna assume that that appears on both sides symmetrically. I'm gonna open my chat thing. There we go. Okay. Now my chat is working. Everything else seems to be going okay. All right, cool. So I found several interpretations of what this piece is, and some of them were okay, some of them were kind of weird. The shading on this makes me feel like this is conical, but the picture I found that I liked was this one. It kind of makes sense, like, you know, these extra pieces kind of border around the, you know, where the extra blade is coming out and whatnot. So so this made sense. The only thing that I don't really agree with is that it's like round, like a teardrop shape right there. I don't think it's a teardrop shape. I think it's a crescent shape, because like this looks like it's got a point on it. It does not, to me it doesn't look like a teardrop shape. I think it's a crescent shape, so we're gonna go for that. I'm gonna open up Fartbook here. Right, where is it? Come on. There it is. Okay. All right. Wanted to make sure that everything was casting properly. So my feeling is that it is going to be like a flared cone shape, probably slightly more exaggerated than what they modeled here, but it does give me a good idea of what to do from a side view here, because I do like what they did with some of the other stuff going on. So I'm probably going to follow that as an inspiration as I kind of build this out. So I'm going to make... What, did I have a different canvas that I was going off of? No. Okay, that is the main canvas. All right. That looks about right. All right, I think it would make sense if I had a solid cylinder all the way through here, and then make this flared shape separately from that. So kind of, not what I wanted. I'm almost kind of thinking that maybe it's that same height all the way through. So That looks about right. Actually, you know what? I could probably just bring this all the way through and then just make those shapes on top of it. That makes sense. Okay, we're gonna chamfer the end, so 24.5, that sounds just fine. And then these look just slightly smaller, like maybe around 4 millimeters-ish. Yep, that seems right. And then we'll just copy this one over. Why is it not letting me say? Oh, that's weird. There it is. It's like, where'd all my options go? That's weird. There we go. Yeah. Okay, I think that works. All right, yeah, let's get that laid out first. Yeah, that looks good. Chamfer this. No, I was supposed to leave 4 there. Okay, so yeah, that makes sense. Okay. All right, now I want to make another new sketch. Pick kind of the center of this, or at least close to it, just as a guide. Because I'm going to use the revolve tool for this and just make half of this laid out. And then we need Rogar, welcome. Thank you for watching on Twitch. All right. Guess I should have paid attention to whether or not these were all centered. So actually, you know what I could do is I'm going to make another line. We're going to use that as a mirror line. So we're just going to go this way like that. Make that a construction line. So now I'm just going to make one this way. Why is that like that? Oh, it attached to the middle of my guide instead of. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it was snapping to the midpoint of the guide. There we go. Then I can just step these up like that. All right. Use this as the axis. New body. There we go. And then, before I mirror this to the other side, I can go ahead and chamfer it and knock out the middle. This guy, he put like something there. Like I don't think I'm gonna put a thing there. I think this would be, you know, a good opportunity for some additional electronics. So I want to keep that open. This is 17.6. If I pull it out 0.4 millimeters, then it'll be at 18. We can cheat that a little bit. We'll just go ahead and cheat all of it just a little bit, because I feel like I want that to be a round number. 18 instead of 17.6. So that would be like just enough room for a 1/2 inch. All right. Yeah, we can go 12.5 plus 0.25, so 12.75. Might as well go 13 for fitting a blade in there. Then we'll just kick that back. That's far enough. Okay. Then fill it, fill it, fill it. There we go. Now we got that part. Yeah, it looks pretty right on. Pretty good, I'd say. So I guess I could go ahead and join that to that. Yeah, we'll go ahead and combine those together. So to make the conical shape, I would either have to, I think if I made like half a wedge shape. Okay, I have an idea. I think I can use the revolve tool for this. I think that's going to be a good way about it. Just need a line from our origin. And then kind of up where that is, out to, let's see, I'm trying to think through of how I'm going to put these kind of thick bars on the end, and I'm considering just making the whole shape and then using the emboss tool for this stuff in there, so it all sets in. So let's go ahead and make this the maximum dimensions. There we go. All right. So I guess this is where things are going to get weird, because we would have to push this up a ways to make that fit. You know what? Let's try something. Let's because I want to go. Oh, I see. Okay. I don't want it at 180 degrees. I want it. Oh, it does cross in front of it, doesn't it? So even if I'm all the way down, if I'm down at 180 degrees, if I did this as is, and then moved this up to get out of the way of that, or at least part of the way, yeah, that doesn't work, does it? So it's not a perfect cone shape. I guess this picture is technically more correct. So as long as it flares out, then we're okay, but it doesn't. It's like I'm gonna need. I'm gonna need to loft between these two, between two shapes, like make a shape here and then make a shape out here and loft between them. No, because that just makes the same. Well, unless it's like a flatter. I guess here's an idea. I could use scale, non-uniform, and just like squash this down to like 0.5. Because then I'm maintaining the same profile from this angle, and then from here it's not as tall and weird, and it still has kind of a roundish shape to it. I mean, the whole middle is going to be covered up by that pyramid thing anyway, so oh, that looks weird though. I guess that's why this one is just so much flatter. It doesn't look like it angles out very much. Not as severe as this one does. When I'm looking at the top profile, like this most definitely is the proper width here and the proper width there, but in that other one we see it like out here, which would make it, you know, less of an angle. I mean, I don't like the shape, so I think I need to do something else with it, but I am getting some ideas on what I could potentially do. Maybe it needs to go from something that is closer to circular, and then something ovular out this way to match that angle. I can't imagine that it would be that part would be super tall, because we've also got the pyramid thing that's supposed to like fit over the whole thing. That's pretty tough to interpret. And this picture is really the only one that I found that made any lick of sense. And I guess it is up for interpretation. It just depends on what I think is going to work best. Well, here's one picture of Stellan from another angle. Well, that's interesting. See, it looks way flatter and in this angle. Yeah, that looks way flatter, doesn't it? Like kind of a more like a shield thing, less like a offset. So maybe it needs to be more gradual arc. Okay, yeah, let's go back. So I want a curve here to there and create a surface with a slight curve to it that misses these two, sits right on top of it. I have one idea. Let's see if this works. Let's get rid of all that stuff that we don't need. I want to make another sketch, but I want to make the sketch here so that I can go I want to get the width right. From there to there. So now when I turn back this way, I've got this line. Okay, so that tells me the width that I need to achieve from edge to edge. We'll turn those into construction lines. I think, okay, what I'm considering is, what are we trying to do? So in the top view, there's like this weird, at first I thought it was like a conical shaped shield of some kind, but when I found another reference image, not that one, this reference image of the character, it looks a lot flatter, just sort of sitting on top. So I wanted to try to get like a slight curve to it, but because I tried revolving a cone shape out of it, and it was too extreme with the angle. So I'm starting with this width here, and I'm going to draw an arc that's a little bit flatter and kind of sits on top in the shape that I want, and then I'm going to extrude that and use taper to see if I can get it to flare out at just the right angle. And I think that'll work. So I'm going to use a spline because I want to go from like I'm wondering like how flat it should be. I mean, technically I could cut into this part of the cylinder if I really wanted to. Like I could just ignore that this main cylinder exists and have it kind of cut into it a little bit if I wanted to. As long as it has some thickness. So I could go like there to there to there, so that it's a little bit flatter but not totally, and then maybe I can offset this upward. Three millimeters thick seems decent enough, and then I need like 2 rectangle things off the ends that are even thicker than that. So maybe 2.5. Split the difference. Yeah, I think what I'm gonna try is, because I don't want it to be too far away from these and give a huge gap there. So I think I'm just gonna, like, when I extrude it out, just kind of cut into this cylinder so it just mounts right on top of it and lays on there, instead of it being like a perfect circle. Because we don't really see that part anyway, even in this other, and this image is super blurry because I can't find a bigger one. But like the edge of that looks like it just touches the edge of the side, the cross saber part. Now there could be a gap there, but I'm feeling like it's pretty minimal. Yeah, for sure. Like if I wanted to keep the pieces separate for easier printing, then yeah, having it for support and a surface to mount on definitely would work way better. So then there's this rectangle shape that goes like to here-ish. So I want to get, come on. Usually it snaps to a 90-degree angle off of that. I think I can perpendicular that to, nope, can't do that. Okay. Or maybe if I make it tangent or something. Yeah. Yeah, I could go like a little bit farther, curve down a little bit more. Maybe even pull it out a little bit. Just trying to like minimize the gap somewhat. Kind of got to eyeball it because I didn't create a mirror line for the curve. Okay, I think if I do that, I know I could extend this in both directions. I want to go, let's see. Let's do this. Let's go offset. See if that's 2.5. Then if I go 3.5, then I get 1 millimeter on top. Then offset that way 1. And then trim that out. Then I should be able to offset that guy. There we go. Is that connected? Nope, it's not connected. Gotta fix that. Kind of looks like it's there to prevent a blade from sliding down and hitting the emitter. The curve pushes anything out to the beam instead. Yeah, that would... Yeah, okay, yeah, so it like would glance off and hit the beam instead of that part there. Okay, yeah. And that would totally make sense for where it joins up back here, but like it's narrower. Like here's the emitter there. So this is a lot narrower there and then gets wider out there. So it doesn't, so it kind of feels like that's what it's doing, but also hard to say. I highly doubt it's Beskar. This is from High Republic. I haven't read the comic yet, so I can't really say one way or the other. All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and make a mirror line. I should probably extend that. There we go. And then I can just trim this out. That way I can just focus on this half and then mirror. Yeah. Yeah. Form versus function. That's like, it's like the whole deal. All right. So I think if I grab that, hey, what the hell, man? That's not the profile I wanted. Why isn't that a profile? Oh, because, duh, it's not closed up. Now it is. Okay. So here is my thought. If I'm bringing this back to there, minus about 1, I think. Yeah. And then I taper. Why not? Oh, okay, hang on. Okay, so that taper is way too big. That's a lot closer as far as the angle. I think you're right. I wonder if it's a problem that it's going to get thicker at the end here, because I guess I really only wanted it to taper. You know, even if I make it this way, I could delete the other surfaces and then like just give it thickness anyway. So as long as I get the angle right. All right, that seems a little bit closer. I think I pushed my profile over too far. Hang on. Or no, it was supposed to be just this part. That's why. There we go. Now that matches a lot closer, and then I can extrude that other part out, or try to do something with it. I think I might go a different route with creating that part of it. Yeah, I'm definitely intending on taking care of the inside there. What I was gonna do, because it's just easier, is I can just delete the surfaces that I don't need until I have a flat surface like this, and then create a thickness, and it'll follow the curve better. And then I can make something that'll help support this piece under it and stuff. And I think I might like tilt this a little bit. So if I go move on that, and I want to rotate. I want to rotate on a mid-axis right there. Maybe free move would be easier. Yeah. So if I go, let's see, 5 degrees. 5 degrees looks pretty good as far as like how much it's gonna flare out. But it also did seem, but if I go 8, not 80, now this should be parallel. Yeah, so that's parallel now. That's kind of what I was looking for. And then we'll do a second move, just translation, so I can just bump that down, bring it in. I went too flat with it, didn't I? Dang it. Because now it's doing like a weird thing over here because of how I sketched it out in the first place. I mean, I could cut it off, depending on if I can get this to set down far enough. Then that part doesn't really matter much. Oh wow, that didn't work at all. I totally messed that up. Oh, because it... Okay. I know what happened. Because it tapers out, I forgot I have to split that away and cut that straight again before I can mirror it. But I'm still considering, because I wish there was more more options for a taper. I guess what I could do is hang on. I got an idea. Let's get rid of that. We've got this sketch here. I can make another sketch out here and then loft between the two. It's so hard to make out. That's as close as I can get. In this, it almost looks perfectly flat. Like it's, I mean, it's not flat. It's got a slight curve to it, but it's pretty subtle. Like in this image, it's hard to tell if it like sticks out weird next to the emitter vents here. Yeah, I think that's kind of where I was starting to head, was that if I just copy this sketch farther out and then just, you know, make it wider, I can loft between the narrow and the wider one, and it'll get that angle that we need without also raising it. Yeah. So I'm gonna get rid of parts that I know we don't need. There we go. Okay, so this is the original arc that I was looking at. I'm just gonna Control C that, and then I want to make a new sketch out here, or no, not there. I want to make an offset plane of -1.5, and then create a sketch there and paste. Where'd my sketch go? Okay, that's weird. Why would it go down there? I mean, it's like almost in the right position. All right, rotate around. I guess free move. Set the pivot there. There we go. Okay, so I want this one to be wider. I want it to be as wide as the picture shows. So if I grab the origin, come out to like there. That is a... Okay, well, I guess, I mean, the point is all I really need, so. There we go. We'll just trim this out. Okay, cool, man. Appreciate you dropping in. I probably missed you, but appreciate it anyway. So I'm... Yikes. All right. That didn't like me. All right. Maybe if I get rid of that, then will you... Nope. Still don't like that. All right, cool. Let's just try to continue the curve. we can. Oh, that's all locked in, isn't it? Dang it. Ah, that looks weird. Come on. I just want to extend this, but every time I grab it and pull on it, it's like doing weird. Oh, maybe it's because that's constrained. So we'll get rid of that. Then maybe it'll let me. Do you have any constraints? You don't say that you do. But now it's not doing anything. Oh, okay, there we go. So don't want it to run into those. Need to stay just above it. Then I can just offset this. Oh, come on. There we go. Like that. And you know what? Let's go ahead and just put this right on top. So I'm gonna move this one up to there. We're gonna get rid of that. We're gonna redo this part real quick. Gonna make it a little bit flatter because that's what we saw on the other end. Then offset this 2. There we go. Okay, so now I've got those 2 sketches. I should be able to... Oops. Forgot one thing. Need to connect those 2. There we go. So if I go to loft, I can loft this shape to that shape. Almost. I feel like I'm so close, but this corner does need to be under that. It's going to bug me if it's not. I think we can keep this end relatively flat. I think that looks good, but this end needs to come in a little bit. So man, why is it doing that? Ugh, looks terrible. All right, you know what? We're just gonna get rid of this one more time. Or actually, you know what? What might work is just going the other direction with it. If I offset this way, then I stay within that. It stays relatively flat. It just cuts in a little bit there. That might work out in our favor a little bit better. It's so weird. Yeah, I don't like it. I think this end works. I don't think this end works. I think this needs to be more cylindrical, and then this end is not. I think that's what's gonna work better, as opposed to like what the reference is showing, because sometimes art just doesn't make practical sense with design. So hopefully it'll let me just, yeah, like that. I was gonna say, I hope it just lets me curve this out a little bit. Let's see what that does. So now it's kind of a weird shape, but I feel like it works out better, you know. All right, so now there's like this extra piece on the end, and I want to sketch on that. I don't want to do a 3D sketch. Are you not going to let me? Okay, maybe if I make a offset plane there, won't let me do that either. What kind of construction plane can we make? We need a plane through 3 points, I think. Or wait, what was the one about the edges? Plane through 2 edges. So let's grab this edge and that edge. Yeah, that works. Now I can sketch on top of that. Sweet. It won't let me offset anything, but at least now I'm looking at it straight on. This is going to be a weird triangle, or not, weird angle to work at, but I think I can make this happen. What I want to do, I would love to just pull an offset of these lines, but it's not going to let me do that. So I think I can grab the origin and just come out here as close as I can to the end, and that can be our guide. Because we can have an error within tolerance there. Then I want to offset this direction. If I offset 2, now I've got 2 lines that follow the thickness of this. So now it needs to be 1 millimeter thicker on the top and the bottom. So we need to offset this way, offset this way again, just a little bit farther. And then go from there to there. And then I want to match this. Make sure that's parallel. Okay. I think I need to do that over here too. I need this to... Alright, it is trying to snap to too many things, so we're just going to get rid of that. So I'm just going to do like that. Make sure this stays parallel. Okay. And then I'm trying to remember, where's my... Come on. Come on. There we go. Let's pull up this. Okay, so this does extend past the main shield part thingy. So we need to grab this and this. Yeah, we'll offset it 1. And then we just need to extend these lines. This one and this one. There we go. Then I should be able to grab that shape, pull it out. Let's get a view on this. 1.5, sure. Yeah, I think that works. It's kind of weird, but it kind of works. It looks like, oh crap, I should have had more room on that. You know what I could do? I could just cheat these parts and make that a little bit bigger. I could press pull this up another, oh man, 2 millimeters. Is that gonna be too much? Or is that gonna be okay? Let's see, we are at 49. That's already pretty big. So I think I need to adjust that first sketch again. Where are you? This one. We're gonna pull this down a little ways. It totally changed the angle, which changed that whole deal. Oh man. Right, because it was on a an extra plane that I made. It wasn't attached to the other part, so it's not going to follow it. But I gotta do it. I gotta do it. I just need to get rid of those 3 actions, and then we'll have to do them again. It happens sometimes. I guess one thing I could try would be, let's see. Create an offset of 1 millimeter. Just so I can see like how far it's gonna go with how much I pulled it in there. I feel like I need to pull that down even more. And that offset is attached to the original part, so all right, let's try that. Oh, that's way nicer. Okay. Just get rid of the offset. So that plane doesn't quite do it. Oh, I think it's got like a twist in it or something. No, it's not a perfectly flat, because the angle changed so much. I'd have to match the angle out here for it to be a flat plane, but that wouldn't make much sense. Let's see what happens if I go 3 points. Let's go here, here, and here. Maybe that helps. No. Let's go here, here, and here. I think that's going to work better because this angle down here is going to get hidden anyway. So I like that better anyway. All right. Yeah, that's a lot more of a twist, isn't it? So with this one, we're obviously going to start here. Grab that. And we'll just make it longer than we need. Parallel. Yeah, I guess it was parallel with that other edge. That's the only thing it could be parallel to. All right, so there's the original thickness. We'll go one up, one down. All right, I think, yeah, I'll just extend these lines out this way, grab this one. Okay, I think that works. Oh, right, I'm supposed to offset this one 1 millimeter that way. Extend these guys. There we go. All right, let's see how this goes. Angle looks okay. Let's see what it looks like from the top. That looks pretty good. Because then when we turn the emitter back on, that edge gets hidden under... Should have been hidden under there. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that. I'm sorry, I was really deep into deep into trying to figure this part out that I totally missed the comment. So I've got this part right because it's just now sitting on top of that, but I still feel like that's just too close. Maybe we can cheat just a tiny bit. Let's do a press pull on this by like 0.5 millimeter. Yeah. That at least makes me feel better about it. Okay. So the other thing I need to do is I need to fix this gap here. I might be able to, no, not that. I might be able to grab this face, push it through, Doesn't stick out anywhere, does it? It does not. Cool. So then I should be able to combine those two together. And awesome. Cool. So now I just need to create a design to emboss. I'm pretty convinced that these are crescent shapes. Some of the other designs I've seen available kind of make it more like a teardrop. I think this is going to be a crescent shape. So I'm just going to go with a sketch right on top of it here. And we're going to see how close we can get to this. Come on. Took a second. I had to really think about that. All right, I think maybe I can. I'm gonna experiment a little bit. I'm gonna make like a more regular crescent shape, and then just let it the emboss tool kind of do what it does. So I'm gonna make them wider than. Oop, hit the wrong button. I'm gonna make them wider than they should be, just to see if that works. Because with emboss, it shouldn't matter if the designs extend past the bounds of the object, because it's going to wrap around. So these should be kind of wider. All right, I'm going to try this. Create an emboss, these two shapes. Oh no, it's not a selectable face. Because it's got a twist in it. That one's a selectable face, but this one has like a weird twist because of the way we lofted the shapes together, so that sucks. All right. So what I probably need to do, let's see, even if I had a shape sitting on top of this, it's not going to let me emboss. So what we're going to do is we're going to create an offset surface at 0.5 above it, and then we're gonna draw on top of this and then cut through. Yeah, it's only if it's like a weird morphed face. Like if it's a regular curved face, then it works out okay. But because I was lofting between two profiles and one was curved more than the other, it's not really a regular face. So it doesn't really know it, like it can't compute that very well. So however, I can use the sketches I already made by just selecting them, control copy, and then what I'm going to do is make a tangent plane. See, it won't even let me make a tangent plane to the face. So what I'm probably going to have to do is do a plane at an angle. So I have to pick a line. And then sort of tilt it where I think it kind of works. 15, 20, maybe 16. Trying to like find like that middle. No, 16 was closer, wasn't it? We'll try it. We'll see what happens. So then I should be able to create a sketch on this plane, paste. Get these relatively positioned. They look pretty right on. I think I'm gonna shorten up these just a little bit. All right. So then I can just take these profiles, extrude them through, but I just want to make the intersection. So I just end up with a couple of shapes like that, and then I can thicken them. So that they are solid bodies. All right, so from top view, that looks really close. It follows the curve exactly. So I can recombine these, and that's all one body now. Cool. All right, so now I'm going to fillet the crap out of this. There we go. Mirror this guy. Hopefully this works. Looks like it worked. Man, that is a really weird shape. And it looks like we've got a little bit of a weird gap going on. But not to worry. We should be able to stitch this together. So we're going to go to our surface tools, and I'm just going to knock out that plane and that plane so that I can loft from here to here. Hey, why not? Am I overlapping on the other side? What's going on here? I mean, I thought it was going to work. Maybe I need to create a different surface first. Let's try this again. Let's go loft from here to here. Okay, so that worked. So maybe patch will work. I'm going to go from here to here to here. There we go. And then I want to patch here to here to here. And then stitch. Everything's green. Green means good. Solid body. What a weird little shield piece. Okay. Oh man. I need to push my armrests up again. Neck is starting to hurt from my arms being too high. Alright, so now I should be able to mirror this guy underneath. There we go. So that's what we got so far now. It looks correct from this way. Like, that's pretty much what the shape is. Definitely looks kind of weird from the side, but I mean, I'm not gonna knock it. Oh, I rely on surface modeling so much with props like these. When Fusion doesn't want to give me what I want, I usually end up deleting faces and then just sort of like building surfaces and stitching it back together. It ends up kind of working out. A lot of the more complex things that I've modeled is usually from building individual surfaces and then stitching it together. You want to give me the money for a new chair, Rogar? Because, like, I'm not made of money, man. I can't just go out and buy a new chair, you know. Now, interestingly, this guy, he made this part of the cylinder lower than that part. Made a little ring right there. I kind of like that idea. I think that's kind of cool. I think it could work. We'll have to go back to the original sketch on that. Where is it? Is it this one? Yeah. Edit sketch. And we'll, because we need the first, like, whatever it is, 1.5. Laid out like that. So that we can get this offset by, like, do we want it just like a little bit or something more significant? Maybe something more significant. Let's go like -1. And then we'll trim that out. Don't want to modify this too heavily because it's going to change the sketch profile and break the damn thing. Probably is already. No? Okay, cool. No, it did. It's not happy about something. It's not telling me what the warning is. Okay, what happens if I don't do that? Okay. So I need to get in there and do that without disturbing the original sketch. So let's make an offset. And then we need another offset this way. And then I need to trim it out here. See if that helps. Cool, okay. So now when I go to the revolve command, wherever that ended up, this one. Now we can just edit that feature, get rid of that part, hit OK. Okay, I don't know why that's affecting the patch. Why is that affecting the surface patch? That's so weird. Ah, saving, good idea. Oh man, a beanbag chair? Oof. I mean, if I'm gonna buy a new chair, I want it to have adjustable height arms and be, you know, adjustable height overall. It would be nice to have if it had adjustable back too, because I feel like I'm leaning like way too far back when I'm doing this kind of stuff. Like I feel like I'm about to fall backwards because it's just got a spring in it. Makes for a nice rocking chair. But like leaning back in the chair pulls my feet up off the floor. Like it doesn't have, you know, a firm support. It just kind of like flexes with me and starts to kind of lounge. So, man, I should have taken a closer look at this. I mean, I guess that's what he's doing there, is that ring kind of stops like right on that. These overlap it. I don't know. It just looks kind of weird to me. And like from the top view, you can't tell, you know. So our main reference image doesn't really help us here. I think maybe what I could do, maybe what'll make me feel better is we'll grab this face and just pull this back a ways. Just make that ribbon a little bit thicker, you know. Just so it's got more overlap room from the sides, but then just overlaps, you know, but only pokes out a little bit there, like in the top view. I like that better. I think that looks better. Oh man, yeah, I would hope to save up enough for those are like $200-300 chairs or something, probably 300, closer to. Oh, I know what I wanted to do. I wanted to get this part filleted out. Just a little bit. And there's 0.5. Just to soften that up. There we go. Yeah, all right. I think that works. A lot of hard edges in this one. Not a whole lot of filleting. I could probably fillet this edge, just because it sticks up. Probably do those 3 edges, just to soften things up a little bit. Because of 0.5, it's not a lot, but you know, I feel like it helps. Like even here maybe. But we'll go wider on that one, like a 1 millimeter fillet, just to soften out that chamfer. All right. So the decision becomes whether these shield things are permanently attached to the emitter, or if they're going to be like where you can print them separately and then attach them. I feel like printing separately and attaching them is a better way to go. But I can always design that later. We've got more to do with this. So I am going to just call this shield A. Shield A2. All right, don't need to hollow that out yet. We need to make that pyramid looking thing that goes over this whole deal. So we need a tangent plane on this guy. So that way I'm working right on top of it. And we're going to turn off bodies and turn on our reference and only pay attention to our reference. All right, so make a center line. Offset 2, looks like. And then we've got why is it snapping there? It seems to think that's like a midpoint for, oh, that's the midpoint of the line. I guess that makes sense. Oops. Just trim that up. And then I need to mirror this. So then we've got a full shape, and then I need to create a vertex that is elevated from between these 2 points. So let's just connect these edge to edge. Because I want to, let's see, does it let me just add a vertice? I don't know if it, I don't think I can. What I might have to do is just make a section of line, raise that up, or make an X, raise that up, and then use the where it crosses. So I'll just make a short line there and there. And then I'll grab, not the construction line, those two. Nope, that is not what I wanted to do. I didn't think construction lines would pull all the other stuff with it, but I guess we got to delete those for now. There we go. All right, so how tall do we want this thing to be? It's got to be taller than the shield part. 6 millimeters does go over that, but then it's got to taper down to a point somewhere, yeah, right out here. So seems like we need it to be fairly tall, and then it comes down and then comes into a rectangle there. Okay, that seems to make sense to me. So I need a line from, oh, you know what? These vertexes need to be up where the shield is too. So I need to grab, not you. Grab this and this, because they need to come up. Because it's got to sit like on top. All right, we need all this stuff turned off, so I can see what I'm doing. That should work. And then this point needs to go up. Okay, let's see where we're at. So this is where okay, cool, man. I appreciate you dropping in and watching for a bit. Get some rest. This is where things are going to get weird, I think, because in some of the references it shows this part just sort of cutting into everything. Like just kind of cutting through it. I guess that makes sense. So it should probably be like there, and then this one and this one probably need to be like up there with it, or at least close. Yeah. So it's like kind of flat-ish. Yeah, see, it's like a flat diamond shape, and then it's got like a really tall bit there. But then in the other reference, like it does look kind of tall in that reference too. So, so I feel like we should just go for it. So that means that this and this one are also up. What was it? Not 6, not 5. It was like 4.5. Yeah, might as well move that too. There we go. Okay. Now I can turn that stuff back off, because now I just need to grab that point, go to there, go to there, go to there, for some reason that's not a closed shape. Why aren't you a closed shape? Okay, that looks okay. Oh no, I didn't attach to the intersection, I attached to the frickin' midpoint. That'd be why it was being weird. Intersection. Okay, so it made both of those into closed shapes. But it didn't do it for that. Weird. Hey, what the heck, man? Why can't I grab that vertex anymore? Oh, there we go. Come on. Just want it to be parallel. Get rid of that. Go from the endpoint to there. There we go. All right, that's what we needed. So we'll just patch this up. Now see, this is why I thought maybe the slope needed to be higher, because this part should be sitting on top. Well, I guess I could just move it up and flatten this out a little bit by moving that vertex down. There we go. Ah, what the heck, man. There we go. All right, so then if I just translate that up 2 millimeters, then the point goes in front of that, and that works out okay. And then the bottom is a flat surface, so I should be able to... No, not you. What the heck? The bottom isn't flat? There must be a slight difference in the height of these three vertices. Which is why it wasn't chaining together. Okay. So that means... means I need to go back to my original. When I started moving stuff. There we go. Because I want to move all of this, right? We'll move all of that. That's 4.5 is where I moved it to. And then I brought this back down to... There we go. Then I grab this. Oh, come on, go parallel. Doesn't want to snap anymore. That's okay, we'll just force it to be parallel with that. There we go. There we go. Okay, so now the sketch should be good. We should be able to extrude from the bottom of it. Yep, cool. That's what I wanted. All right, so back to surfaces. Green is good. Move this up. Now we're ready. Okay. Now I can grab this and extrude down. I do not want to join yet. We're just going to make... Actually, you know what? Let's join, but I don't want any of this other stuff on. Yeah, because I just want it like that. And then grab this. Okay, I think that's right. Ugh. That looks good. Okay. I want to move these bodies point to point. There we go. Now it's all lined up. Okay, that all looks correct as far as like lining up with that. Oh, that didn't quite go low enough, did it? It's this one. There we go. Okay. Right. Need to mirror this underneath. Now I think originally I had in mind to split this shape, so I'm gonna do that. And you know what? This gives us this gives us a good excuse to just leave this like leave this all combined, because this big diamond shape goes through it, and you know, is an easy way to mount it. So the only thing I'm a little bit weird on is if this vertex is too high. Like for the overall girth of the piece, it's kind of serious right there. But then again, even in the reference image, like it's kind of bulky right there. So I guess that's just the way the saber is. Because if I bring this down anymore, then there's like almost no slope to it, and it has to go over this ring, like it has to. So, well, I'm glad you do. We're gonna grab emitter, the two shield parts, and the two upper diamond parts. Join all that together. So now that is all emitter. Then the switch is going to get these parts added to it, like that. So theoretically, you could put a different emitter on the end of this. I think it would just look weird. But this will make assembly way easier, rather than trying to like have cutouts and weird ways of it combining and stuff. You know, this is a very specific character saber, so it's gonna be a lot more specific in how it joins together and whether or not other parts are going to be compatible with it. So cool. So just a couple more things to do. I want to make the pin. We're going to offset this 1/4 of a millimeter. All right, let's see. Oh, actually I can go to object, go to this object. Now it's exact measurement that way. And I was thinking the pin would be like 2 parts, so you would put this in, you'd push the pin through, and then something would attach to the other side of it. So so if I get rid of all that stuff, we can do, let's create a sphere on top of this, just as big as it is. New body. Oh, actually bigger. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so now I should be able to scale this and select. Come on. This as the point. Okay, and then split this. Like that. So that's one part of the pin. And then turn that off. So then I want basically a peg in a hole. Yeah. So we'll go. Come on now. No, that's not what I'm looking for. Measure from here to here. 3. Okay. So that should be like just enough. And we'll just pull this up like 1/4 inch. And then if this is 3, then pin A needs to have a 3.15, 3.2. And then we'll extrude that up. Make some room for that. And that makes the walls of this 0.65. That's good enough. It'll basically be one run of the printer wall. And then when you glue it together, it'll be fine. So move this point to point. It won't let me pick that, will it? Okay. Fine. Just move it as close as possible. So then it looks like that. For this in particular, it doesn't have to be hex fit because it's, you know, it's meant to swing freely. There we go. There we go. Okay, we got those in place. So now the only thing that should be left. Oh, almost forgot this thing on this end. Similar shape as to the one up front, it's not quite the same. It's like a little bit wider. So yeah, we'll have to draw this one out too. So we'll do a tangent plane on this. And we'll go through the whole thing. All right, what the heck, man? Why can't I just... There we go. Well, but inside the peg, it's not really necessary either. Because it doesn't have to fit one particular way. You know, it's round. So... There we go. All right. Let's make a cross section here. Because I need to make... All right, so we'll do about the same as we did before. We're just gonna go like 4. I think is good. We don't want to go too tall with it. All right, so then I should be able to zoom in here, grab that, go out to there, grab this, go to here, grab that, run all the way out to there. This should be making a solid object. Yep, okay, cool. There we go. All right, got all that laid out, finish that. Patch up the surface. Stitch that sucker together. Almost works. Wonder if it would work better if I went ahead and like push that out just a little bit farther. Oh, let's try it. Let's go 1 more millimeter. That kind of helped. But what I probably ought to do is just go ahead and move this where it just barely sits above that, and then I'll extrude down out of it. Got to do that anyway. Now here's an interesting thing. This is supposed to be kind of lost in there about halfway, which means it should be like about that high. But when we look at this, we can clearly see it goes above this, but then gets lost in that. So something didn't quite work out right there. Let's look at this one. Okay, so they just didn't care about where it met on the other side. That just didn't seem to matter for them. So what we could do, let's go ahead and grab the underside of this guy. So let's get rid of the pommel. And do like that. Turn the pommel back on. Oh, didn't quite make it deep enough. Got to be at least 7. Is it supposed to go off the end like that? No, it is not. This should be shorter. Okay, let's go fix that. So if I just grab this vertex, I grab this vertex and just shorten him up. There we go. So that's correct. But we've still got some weirdness to contend with between there and there. So question is, thank you for the time update. Question is, do I just draft this so it angles upward into that? Or we could try that and just see what happens. Maybe it'll let me. Pull direction. Pull direction should be this way with that. That's going to end up looking really weird. Not quite what it's supposed to be. And also doesn't really match the other side here, where it's just a tall ass rectangle. Which I still think is kind of weird, but whatever. So maybe what I ought to do is just grab this and make sure that I'm meeting that part. Oh, come on. And then it's just going to have kind of a weird little ledge right there. Where does pommel end? Okay, so pommel does include that part. I'm gonna get rid of most of that stuff so that we can have our view centered around this piece. So I can make a decision. Oh, maybe now that I have it like this, maybe if I draft it down. So nope, not correct. I don't think. See, that doesn't work. I want it to pull down that way, so how do I get it to do that? Okay, I have an idea. I think I know how I can make this kind of work. Because, well, except that if I tilt this at all, I'm going to lose depth where this meets here. So it's like it's gotta, it would have to draft only part of the way, which I could do with like a chamfer. Like kind of like that. And then use like a fillet to like smooth it out. So it's not even noticeable. It's just kind of a bend in it, you know? I think that's passable. I think that's got a better contour than the original for sure. And I can just mirror this. There we go. All that gets joined together. Save it. All right. Put these in order here. Emitter, then arms, then pins, then switch, then sleeve. Switch, then button, then sleeve, then pommel. There we go. Okay, I think I need to move some things around to make sure that they are joining where they're supposed to. Because that should be like that. And then I think from there to there needs to move too. There we go. And I already fixed the emitter end on that, so all right, so now everything is aligned and shored up. There it is. Minus the vents on the back. So let's make some vents. So some vents in the pommel. I'm seeing a lot of diamond shapes. I think it'd be cool if we did like kind of a diamond thing. So I'm gonna try that. Why is it having problems? I'm just trying to make a drawing. Come on now. Moon shapes for the well, they only appear like once in the whole thing. The diamonds appear more frequently, so That's kind of why I was going toward that. But yeah, of course it would crash on me now because, you know, we're almost done. But who cares? But yeah, program doesn't care if you're almost done. Program only cares if it can crash, and it could, so it did. I did save right before that happened, so that worked out. All right. Okay, so I'm thinking like I'm gonna make I'm gonna make one diamond, and then I'm gonna like offset it. And then we're gonna create some bridges in between them and stuff. So let's see how big can we go here. And then maybe let's do this. Let's go smaller. And then like that way. There we go. Okay. Because then I can grab like that. It's kind of cool, right? I mean, I guess the middle could be like a full open diamond if I wanted it to be, or at least like connected or something. I want to try like this, and then like that. There we go. I think that works. Cool. All right, so let's get this a blade. Well, set of blades. So we need 25.65 for the actual blade minimum, and then can make a slightly bigger. Let's do let's make it a little bit bigger. Let's go 35. Okay. All right, come on. Where's that one at? Or I guess let's see. Because I need that to go. Oh, there we go. There we go. Now that's all open. Do a quick fillet on that. All right, let's grab this and bang out a 25mm blade. There we go. And then I want, let's see, where this was 18, so oh, 13. Oh, the outside of it was 18. Right, so right, it was a ½ inch, so 12.5. Here's the interesting thing. For this blade, we're actually going to see the end of it, so we'll have to actually make a tapered end for it. So we're going to go there, and then to make the tapered end that's like kind of bullet shaped, I guess a sphere and then like playing with the scale is like the best way to go for that. So I'll need just a quick sketch sitting on top of that so that whenever I place the sphere there, then it has something to attach to. Oh, come on. I just gave you a center point, you daffy thing. All right, there we go. New body. And then scale this according to that. Non-uniform. And then stretch this out. And the references. Okay, in this reference, the blade gets all the way to this part. which means it tapers. I was hoping that maybe it would taper enough whenever I did this, you know? And it kind of is. It doesn't look centered though. Why doesn't it look centered? Did we make the... we weren't paying attention to the center for where this thing goes. Gosh darn it. Because we're off by like just a little bit. Or is it? Am I tricking my brain? What's going on? It is, I think it's tricking my brain. Because this... I mean, man, I spent so much time on this stupid end that I don't really want to mess with it that much. Because I thought I had it worked out, and then I just like put this stupid thing in the wrong place. Like, okay, idea. If I edit feature, bring this all the way to here, and taper okay, so yeah, it's off by like like 1 millimeter, almost 2, like 1.5. So here's what I'm going to do. We are going to oh man. That's all the way back there. All right, let's see if this messes it up or not. But what I want to do is grab this and go this way. Nope, not like that. Just grab the whole thing. And see if it can recalculate all that. Sketch 32. What was sketch 32? Why is that having an issue? I don't know why that broke. That's weird. That should have nothing to do with the other part. But now it lines up. This is 1.5 millimeters. And then it lined up. Man, that gets really close to that now, though. Guess that's okay. I also made that bigger, didn't I? I didn't have to do that. Okay, that helped a little bit. This is kind of a weird design, so I'm not terribly concerned with whether or not it looks... Why does it keep... What? Why? What do you mean compute failed? What? Oh, faces. Supposed to be selecting bodies. That's why I was being weird. There we go. Alright, and his saber is... I want to say it was cyan. Yeah, most definitely cyan. There we go. All right, so the primary colors of this guy. Looks like it's mostly silver body, lots of brass accents, so we'll go with satin aluminum on most of the parts. That one's going to be powder coat black. That one's going to be powder coat black. That part is mostly brass. So we'll go with old brass on that. And that and that. Pins are brass. Oh, come on. Why is it doing that? I only selected those faces. Come on. Maybe it's because I'm in design space instead of render space. Let's try that. Oh, come on. It's been doing this weird thing with textures where it like won't take the ones that I want until I like change it to something random. Super weird. There we go. All right. There we go. And are those pieces? Yeah, okay. Okay, stop selecting faces. Let's save it before we get too far. I think we're going to finish this one right on time. And then that means next week we can do something totally new. There we go. Now we're getting it. That worked out pretty good. Okay. Try that with this side too. Oh yeah, that was way easier. Okay. And I feel like there was another silver part somewhere. Okay. That part. There we go. And then sleeve is done, I think. Yeah, alright. So that's done, that's done. We need to get... Drop some black on the inside of that. And inside that part. And then I think it was inside that. Nope. Wrong part. Okay. It's that part. Like that. All right. I want to grab those shapes. Yep, just like that. Come on. There it goes. All right, and then okay, the border is brass too. Like that. Yeah, a little bit. I worked outside a little bit today, and yeah, there's some pollen out. Okay, so there is one part that I noticed that is not quite right. I want to see if I can fix it with a quick fix. This face right here is technically supposed to be out of the way. Oh, that kind of did a weird thing, didn't it? Crap. We need to go back before these are joined in order to do that. There we go. All right, so I should be able to press pull this since it's not. Oh, come on. I won't do it. Where is the sketch for this one? There's the extrusion. Is that the original sketch? It doesn't have the other design on it. Okay, so where did this come from? There it is. Because this is not supposed to be there. Okay, I think this fixes it. We're gonna see. I think that fixed it. Yeah. Cool. It's still complaining about Sketch 32 for some reason. I'm not really sure what to do about it. Alright, so then it should be black inside of that. At least I think that was supposed to be black. Yep. Okay, I think that's all of it as far as color goes. Cool. Let's do an in-canvas render real quick and see what we're dealing with. Ooh. Very pretty. You think it's black in between the emitter rings? Let me open the image. I think that's just shadow, because right here next to the highlight, you can still see brass on the inside there. So I don't think it's black. Yeah, I think that's all supposed to be solid brass. No, it's good to check. It's good to make sure. Because, like, even here, like, it looks darker, but it's definitely, like, still kind of that goldish, brassy color right there. So it's weird that the clip is, like, right there on that side when the holster was kind of this weird, like, where is it? Yeah, like it attaches at the pommel, and then it has like 2 extra clips there that like go halfway down or something. So like it even shows like a little thing like sticking out one side, not where that one is. So I don't know what that extra button is down there on the side. Maybe I need to go ahead and just make that, because that's apparently not how you attach it to your belt or anything. So I mean, I guess it's just like another button or something. It doesn't even appear to be like a different color or anything. It's just like more black, but yeah, it kind of looks like it's some kind of button. I mean, that was quick and easy, so you know, that is what it is. All right, let's go back into our render space. This is kind of a good angle on it, and we'll probably do like a top angle like this of it as well, because that's like what a lot of the makers do as far as a render angle. So we'll get this first. Okay. Oh, I guess I lost my Facebook stream. It picked up on the music because it says I'm not live anymore. It let me go. How long did it let me go for? 2 hours. Okay. It let me go 2 hours before it just kind of cut me off. So, yeah, it is dumb, but you know, I could turn off the music and I've just listened to it myself, you know, because I can't like tell the music to only go to Twitch and YouTube, even though the music is totally safe for Twitch and YouTube. So I totally forgot that I was supposed to be that I was going to record this separately on my hard drive so that I could keep the music separate for making clips and stuff. But I'm also like not spending very much time doing any video editing right now, so I don't think my streams have any like amazing moments that, you know, you would need my voice and stuff for. Like the time lapses work just fine to show people kind of like how it comes together, because it's otherwise kind of a boring process, or at least it's really long, and you know, it's not like gaming where you can have like these epic moments or anything. You know, our biggest aha moments are like, oh, we figured it out, oh, like this thing works now. Like it's really not that exciting. And it's exciting to me. Maybe it's exciting to Tim, but yes, I'm trying to get like after I get all the files done, then yeah, the plan is to print a set, photograph that, and then put that up as like a DIY kit, you know, like not in color, not, you know, not like I could get metallic filament and sell just raw prints if people like that look. You know, like get silver and gold filament and whatever. But then I'd have to like separate all the pieces and print them all separately, and then, you know, make it able to snap together with the different colors. And, you know, it's easier to just print them in solid parts and then tell people that they can paint them. If I did painted versions, it would be a lot more expensive. Or if I did like cold casting, so if I did like really nice pieces out of the resin printer and then molded that so that I could recast it with metal powder in the mold, then you can polish it and it'll look like real metal, even though it's made of plastic. But that would be more expensive, you know. Probably, you know, it's still not quite as expensive as like a real metal one, but more expensive than a DIY 3D print kit and stuff. So here we go. Oh yeah, that's super cool. Download that one. Need to make a new folder for this guy. All right, let's do one more view. Let's go this way. And let's go. Let's not do a reflection. Let's move the light. What light am I on? Photo booth. Yeah, grid looks way better for this. Let's see what our in-canvas render looks like for this. Yep, that's gonna look pretty sick. We'll do that one. It really is. It's very, you know, the guy that like designed the sabers, or the guy that designed this saber, like, was totally in the mindset of King Arthur, Knights of the Round Table, Excalibur, like this. A nickname for this saber is Excalibur. It's not like in canon or in the comics or anything, but like design wise, they call it Excalibur. So it is totally regal. It was done that way on purpose, according to the artist behind the lightsaber. I read an interview by him about the lightsaber so I could get a better idea of, like, you know, how it was put together and stuff. Man, my hair is so long. I'm gonna get it cut this week. It's like, geez, it's down to my chin, man. I'm a gosh darn hippie. Need to get my hair cut. Oh yeah, I am not that brave. I can't cut my own hair, and plus I'm fully vaccinated now, so I feel a little bit better about, like, you know, going to a salon and having it done. Not as worried about it anymore, because, you know, as long as I'm fully vaccinated, like, you know, I'm not gonna go unmasked, obviously, but at least I can, like, go and not be as nervous about it. So I usually wear a hat, except for whenever I'm on stream, because I got the headset on, so I kind of need something to cover it up. All right, I think that brings us to the end of the stream for the night. We made a couple of good renders of it, and I think this is a pretty good model. It'll take a little bit more editing to do the you know, to make it where it goes together like my other lightsabers do and stuff, but I think this is a cool piece. I think it's got a couple parts on it that you could mix and match with other things just to kind of see how it looks, you know, like the switch and emitter section should go together, but then you could, like, mix and match that with other parts. So appreciate everybody that stopped by and said hey and watched the stream, and we'll be back next Monday with, let's see, what are we gonna do next Monday? My design list, let's see. it was requested that I take on the challenge of Satil Shan. Her lightsaber has a bunch of engravings on it, which we could use the emboss tool for and see how well that goes. So I might pull some references for that and see how that goes. I do want to do some custom sabers. I've got one that I was supposed to do, and I never sat down and did the sketch. Maybe now that things are a little bit more settled and I'm not teaching at the university for the summer, maybe I can concentrate on that, and hopefully the guy still wants me to model it, but if not, maybe we'll model it anyway, and we'll get to that eventually. So good night, see you next time, every Monday, 9 p.m. Central.